Hey, Jeff, can I poach a microphone from somebody for Mike? Can you bounce off? Right here. You got it. Yeah, okay. Mike, we'll have you right here, buddy. Right, already out. Who am I playing to? Who am I playing to, Jeff? There's too many cameras in here. Toledo, you guys represent. Oh, 5. Okay, 3, 2. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Glass City, Toledo, Ohio. This is boxing. This is Top Rank, presented by Hall of Fame boxing promoter Mr. Bob Arum. This is a very special occasion for us. I'll get right to it. Jared Anderson is coming home. We are excited. Top Rank Boxing, ESPN, taking over Toledo July 1st. Before we get to this incredible panel behind me, I do want to introduce Director of Enterprise Development, Mike Keedy, to say a few words. Mike, thanks for taking time with us today. This is a special occasion.
Oh, this is doesn't get any bigger than this. I'm just here to welcome everybody to Glass City Metro Park, where we are building the nation's best riverwalk. That's right. We're building it for this reason, to host major events like this. Even before this park has been finished, it's already become Toledo's town square, where we're hosting all of our biggest announcements, celebrating all of our best news. Because this is bigger than a park. This is about celebrating all of our wins, and like Jared, more wins to come. And when this Riverwalk is finished, we will welcome more than 6 million visitors a year to more than 300 new acres of revitalized riverfront green space connected by 5 miles of trail. So we're really looking forward to this, and today's a great testament to how we can celebrate major events in Toledo.
Listen, Mike, thank you so much. We're thrilled to be here. We're thrilled to kick it off. And I know everybody watching right now around the world, boxing fans, excited about what's to come July 1st. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
All right, let's get to this incredible panel. To my right, I'm still standing, and we're the same height, so thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. Wade Kapsakavich is with us. District 4 Councilwoman Venice Williams. Hall of Fame boxing promoter, legendary Bob Arum. Promoter Antonio Leonard. And right beside me, Jared, the real big baby, Anderson. Well, let's start here. Before we get to Jared and all things boxing, I want to start to this side. And let's talk about Toledo for a little bit. How special is this homecoming? How special is this event coming to Toledo?
It's beyond exciting, and it builds upon, we had dinner with Bob last night. It builds upon an underrated boxing history in Toledo. Right across the river, maybe a quarter of a mile down, Jack Dempsey won his heavyweight crown. Here in Toledo, the golden age of boxing began on July 4th, 1919.
You're stealing my thunder. I had that for later on in the press conference. This is great. I had a whole thing on the history of Toledo and the mayor already. Take it over.
Well, so whether it's Jack Dempsey winning his heavyweight crown, whether it's Archie Moore, just like the future champ, being trained by the Toledo Police Athletic League and claiming Toledo as his hometown, even though he's from San Diego, all the way up through Muhammad Ali's best friend, Skeeter McClure. Muhammad Ali fought here. George Foreman fought here. We got a proud boxing tradition, but there's nothing more special than rallying behind one of our own. Toledo backs its own, and we can't wait for Jared to fight.
I know Max Kellerman is probably watching right now, and I think he's going to be inviting you on Max on Boxing to drop some Toledo knowledge very soon.
I'll be ready.
Councilwoman Venice Williams, to you, how exciting is this for Toledo?
Oh my goodness! So you said you wanted to go down there to talk everything boxing.
I know.
Too bad. We are boxing here in Toledo. We have superstars. This is definitely here right now, but we have superstars in Toledo that I personally feel like they are underrated. I feel like Jared has presented the opportunity to highlight his hometown. Most of our champions are hood raised, and we are highlighting where we come from and proud of it. And that's why I am proud to be the representative of the best district that most of those boxers came out of, let's be clear, and still fight in. And I am so excited. I am a boxing fan since I was 12 years old. I watched Derry coach my brother, and I watched Derry fight. So to see Jared come up and be showing that opportunity has happened, and Toledo is ripe for it. We're having a lot of things, a lot of growth happening in Toledo, especially this Metro Park, and this will help us catalyst up some more growth. Thank you so much.
Hey, don't thank me. I'm just here hosting this thing. I'll come to Toledo anytime. I've been here many times. I love it. Mayor, just on a personal note, you know, this is home. You're running the ship. How special, really, when you put it into perspective, ESPN taking over the Huntington Center with clearly the #1 heavyweight prospect on the globe. That's got to feel cool.
Toledo is ready for this event. Okay. We've already talked about some of the things we're doing here on the riverfront. I think we passed our audition about a year and a half ago when we hosted the Solheim Cup, which is the women's Ryder Cup. There's a number of things that Toledo has done to be ready for its close-up, to quote an old movie. However, we still wouldn't be here if we didn't have the talent. Toledo's ready for this moment, but this moment wouldn't be happening if we didn't have the future heavyweight champion of the world hailing from our city. And I think that's what we can't lose sight of.
Amazing. Thank you both. Hang out. We got plenty of discussion ahead. I'm going to turn to my left. Bob Arum. Bob, this has got to feel pretty good coming to Toledo. The real big baby, Jared Anderson. Talk about your connection to Toledo and how special this is for you and Top Rank Boxing.
Well, I have no connections.
You do.
I mean, I really don't. But I mean, it's a great place, and I did a lot of fights out of Detroit years ago with the Hitman, but not in Toledo. But I'm happy to be here because it's Jared Anderson's hometown, and we told him, right, Tony, that one day he would fight his first main event here in Toledo. And what a main event it is. You want me to talk a little bit about it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay. Now, I really believe that this card will be one of the best cards, if not the best cards of the year. Why do I say that? Because I don't remember, in all the time I've been in boxing, where the main event and the semi-main event was all heavyweights, all undefeated fighters. Everyone is undefeated. In the semi-main, we had this Canadian boy, Mahmoud, who was undefeated, big knockout artist, and is fighting the best young fighter from Africa, from Nigeria, also undefeated. I mean, terrific. When you get two undefeated heavyweights fighting each other, it's something special. And in the main event, you know, Jared is here, and just because he's here isn't mean that he gets a piece of cake. He's fighting a very, very tough competitor, because we believe that Jared will be the future heavyweight champion of the world. But to do that, he's got to fight really tough guys. And we've gotten him as the opponent from Kazakhstan, a fighter 19-0 with 18 knockouts. A guy as big as Jared, I mean, tough. Kazakhstan is in Asia Minor. It was once part of the Soviet Union. It's produced a lot of great fighters, including Golovkin, Triple G, and Janibek, the middleweight champion. So you're going to see two unbelievable heavyweight matches. And then underneath, because Ohio is producing so many good young fighters, we have three kids from Cleveland on the card, including Tiger Johnson, who is a silver medalist from the last Olympics, junior welterweight. Abdullah Mason, also from Cleveland, the best young lightweight that I've seen in a long time. He's just become 18 years of age. Dante Benjamin, a light heavyweight from Cleveland. So, I mean, there'll be 9 fights on the card, and everyone is really something special. And so I really can't wait for all of you to see what should be one of the great events of the year.
Thanks, Bob. I just want to reiterate the main event and the co-feature, which Bob hinted at. Jared is taking on Zhan Kossobutskiy. The co-feature, Arslanbek Makhmudov taking on Rafael Akçak-Biori. 4 undefeated heavyweights with a combined record of 64 wins, 61 of those victories by stoppage. So the co-main and the main, fireworks out of Toledo. Antonio, I want to come down to you. How exciting is this for you? You've been a promoter for some incredible fighters. We can go down the list. Mayweather, Shakur, Jared, here we are. How exciting is this for you to be able to bring Jared to his hometown for his first headlining feature on ESPN?
Well, I always been excited about Jared, you know, and I always mention to him, like you said, I have worked with a lot of fighters, but it's nothing like being heavyweight champion of the world. All those other belts is great, but when you're heavyweight champion of the world, it's amazing. But when I met his family, his mom and his dad, his great trainer, Darryl, you know, it was just always something special, you know, and Jared, you know, he's something special. He's very interesting. He's a great looking heavyweight. That's why he's gonna do so well. You know what I'm saying? He wear $3,200 shades on his face. You know what I'm saying? He was just telling me that on the way up here. I said, man, we could have got two glasses for $20 fake. You know what I'm saying? He said it cost $3,200. I said, oh my God, we got to hurry up and get to the money. You know what I'm saying? If his shades cost $3,200. But now other than that, I think Toledo, and when I talked to the mayor and Miss William, I've been to a lot of cities, but I never seen a mayor know so much about boxing. And when I got on the phone with him maybe 3 months ago, and Councilman William, I never seen a city, state so proud of boxing. So I was looking forward to getting Jared here. I said, Jared, if we're not in Vegas or New York, we're in Ohio. That's for sure. You know?
If we're not in Vegas or New York,
Well, you know, that's
we're in
what it is.
Ohio. Hey,
We have
that's
no
saying a
choice.
lot coming from Antonio. Mayor, coming back to you to get back in there. What is it about boxing that got you hooked? How long have you been following? Obviously, been following the sport for a long time. But what is it about boxing?
Well, you know, I see a lot of the boxing mindset in Toledo, among Toledoans. I mean, this part of the country, call it what you want. Some people derisively call it the snow belt or the rust belt. I call it the water belt, but that's a different story. You know, we've had some tough times. You know, from here to Buffalo, you know, Grand Rapids, Fort Wayne, you know, this whole area. You know, we've lost, you know, some industry. We've had some factories close. And so the people here in this part of the country over the last 50 years, you know, we've taken it on the chin. You know, we've gotten some uppercuts and some body blows, and we've been knocked on the canvas. But if there's anything good about being knocked down as often as we have, is that you know how to get back up. And so I think that Toledoans can relate to the sport in general because we feel a little bit like a boxer sometimes. And again, talking to Bob last night, there's a rich history in Ohio, whether it's Boom Boom Mancini in a town like Youngstown, which is very similar to Toledo, all the history we've already talked about. Toledoans can identify with the sport, I think, because it's gritty, it's tough, it's resilient, just like the people of this city. So someone mentioned earlier fireworks, and I'd be remiss if I didn't mention, among the things that are happening here, this is Independence Day weekend, our city fireworks show is going to be happening as the main event is taking place. So as Jared is knocking out this guy from Kazakhstan, there will be fireworks literally exploding over the streets of Toledo. It's going to be a great event.
Tickets go on sale at 1 o'clock Eastern today. So as we wrap up, you can grab a ticket and be with us live in the Huntington Center from Glass City, Toledo, Ohio. To my left, to your right, the real big baby, Jared Anderson. We got to get you in on the conversation. Here we are, your hometown. You've been making the rounds this morning, doing a bunch of interviews. Toledo welcoming you with open arms home. Here we go, July 1st. How excited are you? What does this mean? Can you even put it into words?
Wow. Where do I start? Like you said, I'm making my rounds, going around. I'm just happy to be here. People been stopping midway through the traffic, to say hi, just to speak to me, take pictures, whatever the case is. So, I'm feeling so loved and embraced. So it means everything to me. I plan to put on a great show, bring everybody out, have everybody out in their nice Sunday clothes and dressing all nice. So I just plan to hopefully show the kids and show the city, man, that we still fighting, we still one of the biggest small cities in the nation, man, and the world gonna know us.
Did you ever think growing up here that this would happen? Because a lot of people, they know right away, this is my mindset, this is what I'm destined to do. Walking the streets of Toledo as a kid, did you say, hey man, one day it's on?
Nah, not even close, not at all. I had a lot of other ambitions, but that was not one. Maybe about 14 or 15, I seen it, I seen that it was a possibility, and I went in head first with it, and here we are today, I think that those few people that you see out here, in the crowd today are the people that helped me get there. They pushed me to get there. They called my phone and they stopped me from going to parties, events, and all those other things, man, to make sure that I got here to this day, to this point right here, so that I can make the whole city proud.
Antonio, what is it about Jared that is so special, like many of the other champions that you promoted?
Yeah,
Speak the mic there, promoter man.
Yes. I just see a work ethic, you know what I'm saying? And like I say, Bob been doing this for over 50 years, and I've been doing it for about 34 years. And you can just feel it. You can see the work ethic. I mean, I watch him work with the younger guys if they running. Jared finished first with them. Like, if he don't outrun these smaller guys. And it's just determination and, the way he prepares himself. He's just I'm always right, and I'm gonna do it, and he just right all the time. Even when he wrong, he just feel he right. You know what I'm saying? But I just love that will in him, just like, Tone, we gonna get there. And I push him hard, and I stay on him and tell him these great stories all the time about, the preparation. And, he act like he don't hear you, but then you see the results, you know what I'm saying? But he's stubborn.
Bob, I want to ask you
so bad, but
I want to ask you the
love
same
him,
thing,
though.
Bob. To you, what does Jared bring to the table that is so special? In all the years of boxing, now seeing Jared at the point of his career where he's at, what makes him so special?
Well, number one, he's incredibly talented. But, there are talented fighters all around who don't project to the public. One thing Jared has learned is boxing is entertainment. So not only must you excel in the ring, you have to entertain the people and connect to the people. And Jared has the ability and to do it and the will to do it. Now that's why, one of the reasons why fighters like Muhammad Ali and George Foreman became as popular as they did. Not only were they talented, but they were able to connect to the public. And Jared has that quality, both as a fighter and as somebody who the public has taken to and will take into even more as they get to know him.
Jared, we got thank yous from the crowd. Jared, how does that make you feel to hear Antonio and Bob talk about you like that? And you can be honest here. We're amongst friends and the millions watching.
Oh, well, since we can be honest, and you know what I'm saying, you lying, first of all. let's start off with that. You a liar over there.
Tell me what I lied about.
That's a later conversation, brother. I know, Dad. I know. It's just amazing to hear them speak so high of me, have high praises for me and, expect the best out of me. I'm pushing for it, I'm working for it every day. And with their help, with the back of them, their resources and stuff like that, I can only imagine what I can do. The sky's the limit. and we just ready for them big fights.
Big fights are coming. Last time we saw you was just in April. You were literally in the ring in April, put on a huge show against George Arias. He didn't get off the stool. Here we are
And the
again.
councilwoman was there, right? Cheering him on.
You were there.
I was
Oh,
there.
I heard you.
Cheering her rear end
Everyone
off.
heard me.
Yeah, you came out, you gave me notes. You were, here, you gonna say it like that? You should try it like this. I remember. I'll never forget that moment. But last April, you put on a show a couple months ago, and here we are again. And I guess, you know, the opponents get better and tougher every time, and this is gonna be a great fight. April, May, June, July 1. That's not a long time in between fights. You stay in shape like that? Ready to go?
Of course, you got to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. You know, I'm going to continue to push for it. You know, I've been in the gym going crazy. As you can see, my body shows it, my fight show it, my power shows it. So I'm going to just keep pushing, you know, and stay on track so that this train keep on going.
I cannot tell you how excited I am for Fight Week. As Bob mentioned, the card is just absolutely stacked. Toledo is coming out in full force. We are going to put on a show July 1st. As I said, tickets go on sale at 1 p.m. Eastern today. Councilwoman, I want to come to you again because not only is the mayor a boxing aficionado, you were at his last fight. You wanted to make sure Jared coming to July 1 in Toledo was ready. He's ready. Are you ready?
I am ready. I stay ready just like Jared does because one thing for certain and two for sure, I support my town, I support everyone in it, and especially those that I know where they came from. So when we talk about Jared coming here and fighting here, look, everyone heard me shouting. Everybody saw me on TV. I shouted the loudest. I embarrassed myself in front of Bob Arum, and he loved it. So it was a great opportunity to see the Jab win the fight, and Jared did well there, and I know that everyone in Toledo is going to come up and come out to this fight. It's going to be amazing. We have a lot of stuff going on that day, but this is my priority for that day, is to make sure that Jared comes home and has a good homecoming.
Now listen, Jared, I've asked this of a lot of fighters fighting in their hometown. Have you assigned somebody in your circle out here to make sure they're taking care of tickets? Because I imagine your phone is going to be blowing up. There's only, 9,000 seats in the venue? They're all going to be gone by 1 o'clock today, but I don't want you answering your phone saying, I got you 2, I got a pair for you, I need 6, I need 8. Are you ready for that phone to blow up later today?
I'm just so happy that you spoke and said that the tickets go on sale at 1 p.m. because I have gotten nonstop calls and texts and statuses, and my mom calling me, my dad calling me, such and such has been hitting me up, Larry from back in the day hit me up, and everybody else, man. So tickets go on sale at 1 p.m., man. Everybody who watching, if you're not watching, this definitely will go in the video, and y'all will see this, man. 1 p.m. the tickets go on sale. Make sure y'all get y'all tickets right now. They will go, man. July 1st. Make sure y'all be there.
Stop texting them for tickets. That's putting it bluntly. Listen, anybody else before we wrap it up? Antonio, Bob, do you have any last comments about July 1st here in Toledo?
Jerry Anderson will be heavyweight champion of the world.
And as we get closer to July 1st, you're going to read about this and see on social media because this is a special event because of the fact that we have 4 undefeated heavyweights with tremendous knockout records fighting each other, the best fighting the best. It's going to be an incredible card, and it's a tribute to this city because as the mayor told me, and I didn't know before, I must admit, Jack Dempsey knocked out Jeff Willett to win the heavyweight championship. So that's a lot of history. It even happened before I started promoting and before I was born.
Wait, Bob, that fight was in 1919. Are you sure it wasn't yours? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was your fight, Bob. We'll have to look it up. Hey, I need your microphone for a second, Mayor, because I'm going to go off script a little bit. Not that I ever have a script, but I look out into the crowd here, and DeAndre Ware is with us. DeAndre, I want to bring you up. DeAndre is on the card with us in Toledo. Come on up here. Jared, stand up with us. Listen, How exciting, DeAndre, is it for you to be here with us in Toledo and fighting on Jarrett's card?
I just want to say, Jared, man,
Sit down, guys. It's fine. Sit down. Sit down.
I'm proud of you.
No, you're good.
I remember back boxing at the Pal. Well, before that, you was a little guy, a little bad guy, and we used to get on you all the time. But started getting older, got to sparring and stuff, and I used to put my mouthpiece out there. Like you can't hit my mouthpiece, can't knock it out. Can't do that no more. But yeah, I'm just I'm proud of you, man. I thank you for this opportunity, man. I want to fight on this card. I'm thankful for fighting here, fighting in front of my family, my friends, the fans, everybody. I'm happy, man.
For those of you who don't know, DeAndre serves here locally in Toledo on the fire department, risking his life day in and day out. And I don't know if many of you here know this, but back in September 2020, Top Rank Boxing was the first professional sport to create a bubble during the pandemic. The NBA and others followed suit based on the work that Top Rank was doing. And in September 2020, DeAndre came to Las Vegas. He was on one of our cards. And Top Rank's very own Pete Susans collapsed prior to a fight during the Fighter Commission inspections. The first person to jump in and save Pete's life, DeAndre Ware. Sports Illustrated did a remarkable story on you saving his life. I know the entire Top Rank organization, obviously, very grateful. But let's go back to September 20 for just a minute, man. What was going through your head when you saw Pete hit the floor?
Well, first off, I was sitting in the hallway. We heard a big commotion. Thought guys, weigh-ins, guys are tired. Guys want to eat. I thought some guys just had some bad blood or something. But I sat out there for a minute. I'm like, well, let me go in here and see what's going on. So I go and I see Pete laying there, and doctor was on him, and I'm like, instantly, I'm just like, I gotta
You
see
jumped
what
in
I can do
right
to
away
help.
and began CPR. You were the first one to begin CPR.
Yeah, I asked the doctor, I'm like, you want me to do CPR? I told him I was a firefighter. He said, no, you have a fight. I said, no, I'm not worried about that. So he said, go ahead. I went and instantly started doing CPR on him. While doing it, they said he started to have a pulse. Long story short, I saved his life.
Attaboy. Thank you so much for being here with us today. I think we'd be amiss if we didn't bring you up. Toledo's own DeAndre will be on the card. Jared, any last words, brother? We're here promoting your show. July 1st, tickets on sale at 1 o'clock today. How pumped are you?
Man, I'm super excited, man. Just happy to see all the, familiar faces, all the friends, all the family. The cameras is good and all, but I'm doing this for the city. I'm doing this for the people that's here, that's doing this. I'm doing this for the people that don't got phones in their hands, that, are out there in the world right now trying to fight to survive right now. I've been fighting to survive for a long time, and now I don't have to do that. I want to show that hopefully one day you guys don't have to do that too, by just keep fighting, man, keep striving to be better, and y'all gonna get it for sure.
It's going down.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, brother. It's great to be with you. All right, this is boxing. This is Top Rank. Tickets on sale today, 1 o'clock Eastern. Saturday, July 1st from the Huntington Center here in Glass City, Toledo, Ohio. Councilwoman, Mayor, thank you for being here. DeAndre, thank you. Bob, Antonio, Jared. That's it. As always, this is boxing. This is Top Rank. We'll see you back here in Toledo, July 1st. Have a great afternoon, everybody.